All right, so we're getting ready to start the top 8 cut here. It's gonna be the first round of 3, best of 3. Right now we got Parker on the right here versus Shawn on the left. And Parker's going first with a few Ogerpon. We did not look at the list. Are they Regidrago or is he on Parker on Regidrago or Raging Bolt?
So this is Andrew versus John.
Oh, Andrew versus Shawn. My bad. So Andrew's on the right above Charizard. So he's on Regidrago. No, he's on Raging Bolt. There's 2 names I keep. They're basically the same name. And then Shawn on Lost Box.
Yeah, Radiant Charizard.
Radiant, so Sablezard.
Yeah, and the Blood Moon Ursaluna and a bunch of stuff.
Very nice. Very nice.
Shawn's favorite, for sure. But we'll see how it works out.
Yeah. We'll see how it works out. Indeed, with Andrew already getting the Raging Bolt on the bench and the 2 energy that he needs to attack with him into the hand. Are we gonna see? We're gonna see the discard from the Ultra Ball coming through, getting rid of an Ogerpon and a Fighting Energy. Going ahead and grabbing a Radiant Greninja. Radiant Greninja will probably use that lightning energy to conceal cards. Yeah, there it is. Drawing an extra 2 off the top. Radiant Greninja, the best thing it can do. And we see a pass from Andrew. Heavy Ball coming through to look through the prizes, and we find a Comfy. So the Heavy Ball came in clutch there, finding another Comfy, so we'll be able to flower selecting here and get to at least 4 after this. Colress gets us to the first 2. Looking at the top 5, adding 3 to the hand and 2 to the Lost Zone. We've seen it before, we'll see it again. Until next rotation. Alright, so the first 2 cards are in the Lost Zone for Shawn. Flower selecting coming through. Getting rid of the mana fee, because we know that Andrew's not going to be attacking with Greninja. Then the retreat into the second Comfy, trying to get to that number 4. Getting to the Cramorant, so we'll be able to spit. And a pass, so he didn't have the switch necessary to get into the active. Andrew starting off with a Poké Gear to look at the top 7 and finding a Professor Sada's Vitality. Able to add that directly to the hand. And when you play that, you can add the energy to 2 different ancient Pokemon, but we just have the 1, so we're just going to attach to that 1 benched Raging Bolt and draw 3 cards off the top of the deck. Oh, then we see trekking shoes coming in. Okay. Digging a little bit deeper. All right, now a nest ball coming in. Are we getting a backup Raging Bolt possibly? No, we're grabbing the Sandy Shock single prizer. And then we just see a pass. But still not too much going in the setup. Well, we see a Colress immediately coming in. Gonna build up that Lost Zone a little bit more, get it to 6. Then you're just one Comfy away from your Mirage Gates being online, which is that sweet, sweet number 7 that we like to see. There it is, number 7 being a Pokégear that you don't need this turn because you already used that supporter card. And there's the switch cart going ahead and using the other Comfy to get to 8. Maybe trying to go ahead and get to that number 10 this round, so you turn on a Sableye, which is in hand. There we go. Nest ball coming down. And with that, you can bring out something that you can start swinging with some energy. Radiant Charizard. Not bad. That'll do the job for sure. So we have the Zard on the bench. We throw a Psychic Energy on it, start building it up a little bit, and we might just see a Spit Innocently. Yep, there it is. Spit Innocently for 110 damage onto Ogerpon. And the turn passes to Andrew as he benches another Raging Bolt. So we finally have a second Raging Bolt in play. And we see the Pokégear coming down to hopefully find another Professor Sada's Vitality. But oof. Oh, we don't like to see that. It was a whiff on the Pokégear. Not finding any supporter to add to your hand. You hate to see that in 7 cards. Not a Sada. Not a Sada. Not a boss. That is rough. It's crazy. You'll play 4 of supporters, then pop a Pokégear and find your 1 of boss or your 1 of your 2 of boss. It can be wild. So the switch cart coming in, healing 30 damage from Ogerpon and switching it to the bench. Andrew will promote the Raging Bolt with the electric energy on it. Go ahead and attach a Bravery Charm, buffing that up a little bit. Raging Bolt we have seen many times today. It is turning out to be one of the best decks in this meta. Very popular, very consistent. And right now, though, it seems like he's having trouble finding that last energy he needs to attack. So now the turn shifts back over to Shawn. Ooh, and the boss's orders comes down to force out the Raging Bolt that doesn't have any energy attached. And we will spit on it. Spit for another 110 because that Switch Cart put the Ogerpon just out of range of a Spit instantly. Yeah, using Earthen Vessel, discarding the Nest Ball to add a Grass and probably a Fighting Energy maybe to hand. There it is. So he can attach onto the Raging Bolt so it can attack, and you can still use Ogerpon's ability to attach to draw. There we see, we saw the energy retrieval come in to grab a little bit more out of the discard, but then the Ogerpon coming in to attach the energy and draw a card. So now we have 4 energy on the Ogerpons in total, and we still have the 1 electric on the Raging Bolt on the bench, so all he needs to do is attach to that Raging Bolt for turn, and then get it into the active somehow. Oh, but we'll see the manual attached to the active Raging Bolt and a pass. Nice hot Colress coming in. That'll put us at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 into the Lost Zone. So everything he needs is online. Sableye. That's it. Sableye, Mirage Gate. So he definitely has options to work with. Attaching a rescue board to the bench. Comfy. Temple of Sinnoh gets put out. Probably just to get rid of a card in hand, honestly. Or maybe turn off any mist energy that he might sneak onto a Pokemon. And we'll spit on the Raging Bolt again, making it very, very weak. Ooh, a Lost City being put out to bump the Temple of Sinnoh. Boss's orders coming out to put out the Radiant Charizard so we can get the knock on the Radiant Charizard, and using Lost City, it will go into the Lost Zone. That will build up Shawn's Lost Zone count, but at the same time, it gets rid of his Radiant Charizard, which is one of Shawn's biggest attackers in this deck. This is going to be a big turn. And then a Palpad coming in to get some Sadas back into the deck. Andrew is going to take a huge turn right now. And there we see the knockout, putting Radiant Charizard into the Lost Zone. That was a good turn from Andrew for sure. And we see another Temple of Sinnoh coming out to bump the Lost City. So we are just playing stadium bumper cars right now. And we're taking a look at what the Sandy Shocks card does, which I'm not sure myself, so let me look it up. So that's the single prize Sandy Shocks, which has the magnetic burst attack. If does 20 damage, plus if you have 3 or more energy in play, its attack does 70 more damage. So it's not affected. It's not affected by weakness or resistance. So for 1 fighting energy, and if 3 or more energy are in play, his attack does 90 damage. So it's just a nice single prizer that hits for 90 damage. Or for fighting energy and a colorless, it does power gem for 60 damage. So just a single prize attacker. I was curious myself because I don't see that card very often, but when you do, typically played very well. So flower selecting coming in, or no, Mirage Gate coming down, attaching a fire to the benched Comfey, possibly for retreat later, and then a psychic to the Sableye. Now that Sableye is completely online, we'll be able to take the knockout on the Raging Bolt while putting damage on something else as well. Prime Catcher bringing out Radiant Greninja to maybe stall that into the active for a little bit. And then Lost Mine coming in, it'll put enough damage on Raging Bolt to knock that out. It'll take 2, and then what was Sandy Shocks' HP is 120. So it won't do enough to knock out the Sandy Shocks as well, but it can kind of spread the damage around here to be able to help him in the future. If he's able to keep the Sableye alive or possibly Super Rod it back and get it back next turn. Yeah, so we'll spread the damage around a little bit. Just make sure everything is in range of something, essentially. He was about to attach Ogerpon to Ogerpon. No, attaching a grass to Ogerpon. Use its ability to draw 2. Okay. Sorry. I'm distracted. Alright, so concealed cards. There we go. It's coming back in. Trekking shoes. What are we getting? Did we keep the Sada? I think we found the Sada. Another Teal Mask applying here. There's the Sada. Attaching 1 to each of the benched Raging Bolts here. Turning on one of... Oh, no! We're attaching 1 to the Sandy Shocks. We're going to turn that on and then draw 3. That Sandy Shocks will be doing the 90 damage, which is enough to take out the Sableye. It's enough to take out the... Comfeys. Or no, it needs 3. So there's 2 in play, so it needs 1 more in play. So it's not doing the 90, it's only doing the 20. There's only 2 fighting energy in play. But we do knock out the Sableye. So now we need to see some Super Rods come into play very soon here. Flower selecting, we get rid of a Poke Gear, and we keep a Switch Cart. Now we retreat the first Comfy to put out the second and go ahead and flower selecting again. We got a, oh, I was going to say we got a Nest Ball, which might be good, but we keep the Blood Moon Ursaluna, which is also really, really good. If we have Super Rod, we can throw some energy back, get that Blood Moon Ursaluna down in Mirage Gate. I believe it'd be swinging for 3. What is that card? I can't see. Oh, it's is it Hassle? Is that Hassle? Let me find out. Yeah, it looks like Hassle, which is look at the top 8 cards of your deck, put 3 of them into your hand, then shuffle the other cards back into your deck. I believe that's what the card was. That's what it looked like. It was small and hard to tell, but it looked like Hassle. Yeah.
Hello, Grant. Expensive. The one and only.
I don't know if he's still in here or not. That was just a minute ago. But yeah. So he was able to Super Rod and get the Sableye back out, so that's really good. We have the Mirage Gates in hand. There we go. Attaching the Psychic, getting him right back out. And what are we going to do here with the Lost Mine? We're just gonna kind of throw around the damage a little bit. We're gonna take out the Sandy Shocks. He had 2 Ogerpon, so he could have attached to 2. But we will see what happens here. If it doesn't happens again, I'll catch it. But that's the end of his deck anyway. So we Poke Gear to see the last 6 or 7 cards of the deck there. And find an Iono. Yeah, so the damaged Ogerpon, there was enough to be able to take it out with Lost Mine and spread around a little bit of extra damage. Now we Prime Catcher, bringing out the Sandy Shocks. And another Iono coming in, or the Iono coming in, finally. And no need to cut. They're going to draw 4, and Shawn's going to draw 2. There we go. We see the third fighting energy come down and take out the Comfy. So now it's a single prizer versus single prizer. But he can definitely retreat that Comfy again and keep the Sableye out.
No, but I mean, like, some parents get really weird about books, right? So I'll just ask them, sure. As long as you're not eating.
And now Flower selecting before he retreats. Ooh, hitting him with the rock sand. Just got down to 3 prizes, so hitting him with the rock sand just got active. It's going to be Iono with extra steps, essentially. Shuffle hand of the deck. Shawn gets 6. Andrew only gets 2. We see him fail the Buddy Poffin. There's not really anything else that he wants to or can get. Ooh, okay, just the switch to save that fire energy for a retreat if he needs it. Well, if you don't need to burn the energy, might not need to. Just going ahead and straight up knocking out the Sandy Shocks. Going down to his last prize of this first game. Andrew still needs to take 3 prizes here. Maybe just focus on keeping that Sableye off the field for good. Yeah, just straight up take the knockout on it. No need to make it long, just take the knock. But now Shawn really needs to get this Sableye and the energy right back. This Lost Zone is insanely long right now. Ooh, the Blood Moon Ursaluna coming out, taking out the Raging Bolt in the active and getting Shawn this nice Game 1 win. Beautiful, beautiful. It was nice waiting until the end there to bring out the Ursaluna, the Blood Moon Ursaluna, when it only needs 1 energy to attack. Excellent call, excellent decision there from Shawn, getting that last prize card that he needed. We'll be moving on to Game 2. All right, we see both players set up here. No mulligans. We like to see that. Hopefully that means a solid first turn start from both players. Ooh, okay, we see Shawn starting off with the Comfy. Better start. We see Andrew starting off with the Iron Bundle. Not such a hot start there. But Shawn's going first, which means no Colress this turn. And as he's doing this, don't mind me, I'm just gonna move this Mew up here. There we go. Don't mind me. Still adjusting screen and stuff. There we go. We're able to get 2 into the Lost Zone by getting 2 Comfies out, and if we see a pass, Iron Bundle out in the active, we know Andrew's got to get through some shenanigans here to get something going. Nest Ball to grab Squawkabilly, so he must not like his hand at all. Is there anything in the hand worth salvaging before he uses the Squawk and Seize? Anything at all? No. So he's getting rid of 3 Grass Energy and 2 Professor Sada. At least he can try to maybe help pad those back in later. But that is rough. Ooh, we see the Bug Catcher net. This is the first time I've seen this actually played this tournament. Finds 1 Grass Energy, which is about the complaint I see about Bug Catcher net, is it doesn't really do the thing that it's supposed to do. It doesn't really do the thing. So who knows with that card? That might be something we take out in the future. Who knows? If Grass becomes more relevant when Hydrapple comes out, we'll see. Another Nest Ball coming in, hopefully grabbing either an Ogerpon or a Raging Bolt. That way when you Squawk and Seize, you have a little bit more to work with. You grab the Greninja, okay. We're just looking for draw power right now. He's just looking for straight up draw power right now. Yeah, so trekking shoes. Oh, the energy for days. He's got energy for days. And we just see the pass over to Shawn. Shawn, go ahead and using the flower selecting ability. We're only at 2 in the Lost Zone so far. We've got to build that up. Oof, getting rid of the Mirage Gate never feels good. Got Nest Ball, so he can get another Comfy, or he can get Cramorant, which will be online this turn. Exactly, there you go. All you need is to be able to retreat and switch. And then your Cramorant spits, takes the knock on the Iron Bundle. Yeah, didn't think so. Then concealed cards. So he's got the switch in hand then, if he's keeping whatever else over the switch cart. No, we just see the pass. That's rough. So the other card had to have been worth keeping over the switch potential to get the knockout. Okay, so we do see an Ogerpon on the bench, and we see the ability being used. Concealed cards coming in to discard and draw 2. Another Ogerpon coming down. And now we see the Earthen Vessel get played to get 2 more Grass Energy. So we'll be able to use Ogerpon again at least once. And there it is. Oh, and we just see the Iono come in, so nothing good off of those Ogerpon draws. So he's just gonna Iono and reset the hand. Ouch, and we just see a pass back. And that turns on a lot of possibilities now here for Lost Zone. Oh, getting rid of the Roxanne again. Now we get rid of the switch in order to play Colress. Yeah, easy 2 to pitch there. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. He's at 8 in the Lost Zone. Some Mirage Gates are online. And he's only 2 away from Sableye. Buddy gonna grab another Comfey just to have a backup in case one gets knocked out. And there we see a switch come in to get another Comfey off. There we go, getting to 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're just 1 away. Switch cart, getting the Cramorant out. Finally getting the Spit. The Spit, knocking out the Iron Bundle. Taking the first prize of Game 2.
You know, okay, that's cool, yeah. That looks very similar to what I know.
And there we get the attached to Ogerpon to draw. And now just an attached return, so Ogerpon is just going to be attacking straight up right now. Okay, and the Earthen Vessel getting rid of Lost Vacuum to get 2 more energy out of the deck, a Fighting and a Grass. Concealed cards coming down. And we see the attack taking out the Cramorant and giving Andrew his first prize card there. That flower selecting puts him at 10 in the Lost Zone. So now he is able to use Sableye effectively and start throwing around damage counters. Alright, he's already getting that Radiant Charizard up ready to attack. He's already got one fire energy on him now. There's the switch card. Maybe? No? Just gonna see the retreat into the other Comfey in order to use another flower selecting, dig a little bit deeper before we switch cart. Oh, we just have the regular switch. Are we just gonna spit here? Not before we Super Rod, getting... Okay, the other Cramorant, a Psychic and a Dark Energy to throw them back into the deck. Andrew coming in with that energy retrieval, getting 2 energy out of the discard pile to add them to his hand. We need to see some Raging Bolts here anytime soon. See the active Ogerpon activating its ability to get another energy on. So once Raging Bolt gets set up, it's going to be smacking for damage, even though it doesn't need to because it's facing a bunch of single price Pokemon. But there we have the attach for turn with the fighting energy and the Sada coming in to get the other one needed. And drawing 3. So now that Ogerpon can retreat and still maintain its attack power, and putting the Raging Bolt into the active, easily be able to knock out that Cramorant. There's that switch cart coming in, healing 30 damage off, and switching, getting the Raging Bolt, sorry, out into the active. And we just got announced 30 minutes left in the round. So we're in the middle of round 2, 30 minutes left in the round. I think we're still doing perfectly good on time. And looks like he's going to shuffle back in the Iono and the Professor Sada's Vitality with that Pal Pad, keeping those in the deck for future use. But then the Raging Bolt coming in and knocking out Cramorant. Again, taking out a Cramorant to take a prize. Andrew's got a pattern in this game. Taking out all of Shawn's Cramorant. One bird at a time. See Shawn thinking about his decisions here after that flower selecting. He looks like he's got a few roads he can take. Putting another fire energy onto Radiant Charizard, possibly. Right now, that Radiant Charizard is attacking for 2 energy less. So, if it's not online this turn, it will be soon. Ooh, Cramorant is not done yet. The bird is not finished. We see him nest ball to grab that Cramorant that he super rotted back in last turn. Now that Mirage Gate coming in. What are we gonna do? We're gonna power up. Yep, we're gonna power up Charizard and Sableye. Putting both of them online. Yeah, there you go, there you go. So now we have Cramorant, Sableye, and Radiant Charizard ready to go. And we're going to retreat the Comfey and go ahead and put out the Radiant Charizard to use that first. Combustion Blast. Smacking for 250. Which would normally be enough to knock out Raging Bolt, but not when it has a Bravery Charm. So he was probably trying to get to a Lost Vacuum or something to get rid of it, but probably was not able to find it. Uh-oh, here we go again. Lost City coming out. That way when the Raging Bolt knocks out Charizard, it will be sent into the Lost Zone. Ouch. Losing Charizard 2 games in a row to Lost City in a Lost Zone deck is rough. But that 250 damage on the active Raging Bolt is perfect enough for Sableye or Cramorant to come in and just kind of sweep up after. And that'll even up the prize game. Ooh, we have a Colress coming down. The deck is getting very thin. Very, very thin looking there. And here we go with the Sableye. Lost Mine taking out that Raging Bolt with the extra 4 damage counters that he needed there. And he still has 8 to work with. He could put 1 on the Greninja, the Radiant Greninja, to make sure that that can be taken out. Or 2 on Radiant Greninja to make sure it's in range of Cramorant. You could put the remaining 8 on Squawkabilly. Make sure that Squawkabilly's in range of a Lost Mine or a Cramorant. There we go. Spreading it to the Greninja and the Squawkabilly. And then putting some on Ogerpon. And Andrew will promote that Ogerpon. We'll see Andrew open up with an Ultra Ball, getting rid of Boss's Orders and Pokegear. Grabbing another Raging Bolt from the deck, and he's going to go ahead and throw it directly onto the bench. He said, let me not get caught with the pants down. Let me get the backup going. Shawn does not have many turns left. He's got very few cards left in the deck right now. Sada's Vitality coming through. Will he throw the Fighting or an Electric onto Raging Bolt here? Looks like it's going to be the Electric. Does he have a Fighting in hand? He does not, but he draws the 3. I didn't see what he drew off the 3, but it doesn't look like it was a Fighting Energy. Or even a Grass, honestly. Doing some mental math here. Prime Catcher coming down, swapping the Cramorant out and getting Raging Bolt out. That wasn't a pass, was it? Oh, it was. Another Sableye getting out of the prizes with that heavy ball. Looks like we're going to go ahead and super rod these energies back into the deck here. Getting a few more Mirage Gate targets and just adding some cards to the deck overall. Now we see a Pokegear. What are we hoping to find off of the Pokegear? Hassle. Okay. Yeah, shuffle. And then you can play Hassle. Or if you just wanted to use it. Lost Mine. Wonder where he's gonna put the damage. He's just gonna put it all into that Ogerpon. 12 damage counters is enough to take it, I guess. And after that, it looks like Andrew's just gonna scoop. Because then Shawn just needs to, bring out the bear. If Andrew's able to take another prize. But I guess after taking out that Ogerpon, Andrew wouldn't have had much else to do. Any way to recover the energy. No way to attack for enough to take out anything else. Or continuously attack and take out anything else. So it looks like he's just going to concede there. And Shawn is going to take game 2. And with that, he takes the set.